Hey, what's going on, Facebook? It's cold. I'm going to go in the house, but I've been getting blown up, and I have a lot of messages and stuff, and I was sitting in my truck typing people back, and someone messaged me and said, hey, they just hired their very first part-time employee. Brandon, what's up? Fist bump. You inspired me to make a Facebook Live, which is really cool. Here's the thing. All of you have accomplished a lot of stuff, okay? And you should celebrate it and be excited about it. The problem is that you compare your little win. Well, it's not a little win. It's actually a huge win. If you hired an employee, if you got your first crew leader, if you got your first shop, if you got your first $1,000 account, your first $20,000, I don't know. The issue is that you compare your win to like Facebook or other people's wins, right? And I was talking to my wife about this. We compare our actual messy lives to other people's highlight reels. Isn't that funny? Hey, Kevin, how are you? Isn't that funny? Why do we do that? Facebook is designed to be a highlight reel distribution service, right? So your kid looks cute, you take a picture, you put it on Facebook. People take a picture of themselves, they like take 10 pictures to make sure it's perfect, and then that's the one they put on Facebook, right? And look, I do it. I mean, I try to like post stuff that puts me in the best light or whatever. That's kind of what we all do. But with your own business, look at what you've already accomplished. And I'm big on setting big goals, and I want you guys to crush 2018, but I'm willing to bet a lot of you in 2017 did amazing things. Hey, Larry. Hey, Bill. Hey, Jacob. You've done amazing things already. A lot of you guys have full-time jobs and you're starting a business on the side. That's amazing. That's a big deal. Most people aren't willing to do that. So here, I don't know. I just want to say celebrate the wins along the way. Commemorate them. It's a big deal. If you make your first hire, throw a pizza party. Like, print out a certificate for yourself and like hang it on your wall that says, I created a job for someone else. That's a big deal. I just keep saying big deal, but I mean it. Hey, Troy, how are you? Celebrate the wins along the way. I struggle with this. I'm not very good at this. I don't practice what I preach really that well with this particular topic, but it doesn't matter if I practice what I preach. I mean, it does for me, but we all know it's true, right? Don't compare yourself to other people's highlight reels. We're all at different stages in the game. We all have different callings on our lives. We all have different like destinations in mind. We all have different family situations, financial situations. You can't compare it. What are you comparing to? It's not even a real thing. It's fake, right? So that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to go to bed. My wife's right up there. She's probably waiting for me. She's like, what are you doing outside? Get in the house. It makes me sad when I see people, they'll message me and they'll say things like, well, I only got 5 employees and I only did this and I only accomplished that. It's like, what are you talking about? Why do people feel like they have to say it like that? You don't have to say it like that. You don't have to say it like that. What do you want? What is your desired outcome? There's no wrong answer. You don't have to compare it to anything else. Oh gosh, my wife is watching me. I love you. I love you. And don't compare your messy life, which, let me tell you a secret. Our life is messy too. It's a mess. There's chaos, right? Our kids scream and cry, right? I fight with my wife sometimes. I'm always wrong. She's always right. It takes me a minute to see that, but that is the truth. I'm playing some like political cards right now on Facebook Live. No, I'm just kidding. But all of us have real lives, and a real life is a lot different than a Facebook highlight reel. So if you've done something cool, you don't have to go brag about it and make other people feel bad, but it's completely okay to celebrate with people that support you and to commemorate it and to remember it. You know, a lot of the friends I have, they have little books. I haven't started doing this, but it makes sense. They have these little books where they write down all the wins that they've had in their life. Because when times get hard, it's really helpful to go back and look and be like, oh man, I did this. I created this job. I started this company and I sold it and then it helped this person, or I created this product, or I got this account and I did it better than everybody else ever did it in the past, right? All of you have accomplished something. You've added value to the world somehow. And it's okay to be like chill for 5 minutes and say, hey, I did a pretty cool thing. I took risk. That's awesome. Most people won't do it. You guys are all maniacs. All the people that are my friends on Facebook, you're all business owners, and you're nuts because you build things from nothing. You create things out of nothing. You can see the future. I always joke that I live in the future, which can be good and bad. It's a strength and a weakness, right? My brain is perpetually focused on the next thing, the next mile marker, and I don't know if you're like that, but it's good, but also try to remind yourself to push pause, pat yourself on the back, go take your family out for a nice steak dinner because you hit that goal. If you never celebrate the wins, it'll exhaust the people that support you too, okay? It'll exhaust them. You don't want to exhaust the people that support you. You got to celebrate the little wins, and little tiny wins to you are huge to you. It's okay to acknowledge it. You're a rock star if you hired one employee. You're a rock star if you created one job or you got that one big account. That's a really big deal. Stop diminishing the awesomeness that you're doing because somebody in the world did something bigger than that. That's crazy. Don't do that. That's silly. Brandon Vaughn, celebrate losses too. Losses are lessons. Whew. Losses can be I always say pain is an excellent teacher. I also always say that I have a bachelor's degree in pain, and I also have a master's degree in suffering, and I'm hoping I don't have to get a PhD in whatever is next, but I probably will. And Ashley says, side note, employee appreciation is on Friday. That's right. Ashley is our happiness specialist at Send Gym. She is in charge of our internal and external customer happiness. She's building all kinds of systems and doing stuff, right? Anyway. Good fan of your videos. Hey, thank you, Santos. Drew, me and Elon Musk are neck and neck right now. Drew, you are crushing it if you're neck and neck with Elon. The real question, though, is are you neck and neck with your own vision? Ooh, that was like deep and stuff. Look, guys, my hand is frozen. I love you. But listen, celebrate the little wins. Be like on fire for your tiny win. That's how everything starts. I had like I don't know if I should say this on Facebook Live, but I have 5 kids. My middle son is 9, and we had to have the SEX talk last night, right? He was asking some questions. Some kids at school were doing like weird stuff, and he was confused. He's like, why do kids say this, Dad? And I was talking to him. It was actually amazing. And I was talking to him, and I did like my whole spiel. It's like a 15-minute thing. Like I had prepared for this because I already have a 10-year-old too who turns 11 tomorrow. And like I got this dialed in, right? It's super awkward, but I have it dialed in. I'm like, well, Tucker, how does anything that's alive on the earth start? And he's like, I don't know. I said, well, think about it. How does a tree start? And he said, a seed? I'm like, that's right, a seed. How does like a piece of corn grow? How does a piece of corn start? How does an apple start? He's like, a seed. I'm like, how do humans start? Anyway, I'm not going to go down there, but my point is that everything big starts really, really, really small. And it's so pointless for you to only focus on being big when you actually have massive growth and you have a healthy business, you have a healthy vision, right? You have people that support you. You've accomplished stuff. Even if you have no employees and your revenue's little, you've accomplished something just by starting a business. That's awesome. Small business is a backbone of our country. It really is. It creates the most jobs. It's amazing. I love you. I'll see ya. Go have a pizza party. Talk to you later.